How can I iterate over overlapping, current, next, pairs of values from a list? I sometimes need to iterate a list in Python looking at the current element and the next element. I have, till now, done so with code like. This works and does what I expect, but is there a more idiomatic or efficient way to do the same thing? Some answers to this problem can simplify by addressing the specific case of taking only 2 elements at a time. For the general case of n elements at a time, see rolling or sliding window iterator.
Since the underscore list, one column, actually creates a copy of the whole list, excluding its first element, and zip, creates a list of tuples immediately when called, in total 3 copies of your list are created. If your list is very large, you might prefer which does not copy the list at all.
The documentation for 3.8 provides this recipe. For Python 2, use itertools.zip instead of zip to get the same kind of lazy iterator. Zip will instead create a list. How this works. First, 2 parallel iterators, A and B, are created, the t, call, both pointing to the first element of the original iterable. The second iterator, B, is moved 1 step forward, the next, B, none, call. At this point, A points to S0 and B points to S1. Both A and B can traverse the original iterator independently. The zip function takes the 2 iterators and makes pairs of the returned elements, advancing both iterators at the same pace. Since t can take an n parameter, the number of iterators to produce, the same technique can be adapted to produce a larger window. For example, caveat: if one of the iterators produced by t advances further than the others, then the implementation needs to keep the consumed elements in memory until every iterator has consumed them. It cannot rewind the original iterator. Here it doesn't matter because one iterator is only 1 step ahead of the other, but in general it's easy to use a lot of memory this way.
Roll your own.
I'm just putting this out. I'm very surprised no one has thought of enumerate.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.